This is Queen City Fame, where we put the Q in Queen and the F in Fame. He's known for his awesome smile, fabulous frames, and trademark scarf. He's all about the elite, the exclusive, the extraordinary events. He's known as a connector. Mr. James Mock, also known as NC Lux. Hi, James.
Hello, Laura.
Thank you for being here today.
Laura, thank you for having me here.
Wonderful. So, who is James Mock?
James Mock is a dreamer. He is someone that loves to stretch the lines. He loves to jump up and leap and smile. He's very loyal to his friends. He's very loyal to his family. And he's a natural born lover.
So, where did you grow up?
I grew up actually in Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus.
No one knows that I'm actually from the Valley. So yes, I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I went to high school there, to Catholic school where I started at.
What Catholic school did you go
I
to?
went to St. Thomas Catholic School.
Okay, shout out to St. Thomas.
Shout out Cassidy Road.
How many siblings? You're an only child?
I am not the only child, although I'm a little bit spoiled and fabulous. I am the youngest boy of 3 other brothers, and I also have 2 sisters.
2 sisters. Older sisters?
I have 1 younger and 1 older.
Oh, okay. So you went to Pennsylvania Institute of Culinary Arts.
Definitely.
So I'm assuming that you can cook.
Wow, darling. darling. Yes, culinary arts was my introduction into the fabulous luxury world that I now live in. It gave me an opportunity to know different tastes and different global cultures. It was definitely a bouncing pad for where I am now.
So what inspired you to launch NC Lux?
Wow.
What was that inspiration?
You know, watching television, watching reality television, and I'm always looking to see what's hot and what's new. And I'm always interested in things that are luxury, things that are exclusive.
Yes, extraordinary.
And extraordinary. So, I just took that, and again, I'm a dreamer. So I dreamed of a organization that was able to showcase different luxury things wherever I live. So that's where the NC Lux is here in Charlotte.
Well, what's the goal of NC Lux?
The goal of NC Lux is to maintain my clients that I have, to grow to have some community involvement. It is also my goal to, go global with this. I have a dream of going to Dubai, darling.
Okay.
Not just going for pleasure,
okay,
but actually going to work and be certified in the 7-star ranking.
So who exposed you to the luxury? Because I know your mom had a lot to do with that.
Yes. Both my mothers, they definitely are leaders in the community, and they always took me to the nicest events, essentially from a very young age, and they allowed me to taste the finer things in life. And some people will say, oh, he's spoiled. And I just say, oh, darling, I'm fabulous.
Absolutely. So how did you jump in? Like, how did it all happen where you said, okay, today's the day I'm starting NC?
I was a chef, a personal chef for quite a long time. And I learned that the back of the house was not for me. I needed to be out front. So I came out front and I started doing management in different hotels and different restaurants. And then I said, James, you've got something. People are drawn to your services, so why not
And your
create?
Personality.
Darling, yes.
Absolutely. So how many years have you been in hospitality? Because I know it's been a while you've been in hospitality.
This I've celebrated.
And luxury. Let's not forget that.
Actually, my first job was at in Columbus, Ohio. It was at Bowtie's Radisson Hotel. And I was still in high school. And I started right in the banquet department in the kitchen. And my first day, they said, James, if you're going to do this, you got to jump in and do it. So I've celebrated this year 21 years in hospitality.
Wow, that's a long time.
It's a fabulous time.
It's a fabulous time. So you are a concierge, brand ambassador, public figure, event planner, chef, party planner, and blogger. What's a blogger?
A blogger?
What is a blogger?
Well, you have to, everyone watches YouTube, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so that is a vlogger. A blogger is someone that writes things down where they use words to create a picture. Now a vlogger uses this.
Oh my God, so how do you determine what events to blog from? Because there's so many events happening here.
Definitely. Well, sticking with the luxury events, sticking with events that have a purpose. I love showcasing things around town that have a purpose, that speak to a broader audience. And actually, I want to invite people to come to Charlotte. That's my whole goal about it.
Exactly. From like New York, Chicago, Texas, that's where I'm from.
Yeah.
To come here and see what we have to offer.
Definitely.
So you are also recognized by your awesome smile, your fabulous frames, which I love.
Yeah, thank you.
Are they prescription or is it just for fashion?
Darling, it's a little bit of both. You know, these frames here are a little bit extraordinary. They're a little large, and I'm kind of known for that, but the lenses inside are actually prescription.
Oh, okay.
I gotta see you all.
Well, they're fabulous.
Well, thank you, darling.
So you were featured on The Connector, which is fantastic. It's Connector magazine as a fabulous concierge that goes the extra mile. Can you give me an example of how you go the extra mile?
Wow, going the extra mile is just being positive. Going the extra mile is being me. It's actually just opening up my life and my services to others and just being genuine and having everyone's best interest in mind. I'm always smiling. A smile can go a long way.
Absolutely. And you have a wonderful smile.
Thank you, darling. Why, thank you, darling.
So, are there any celebrities you would love to work with? Could you name maybe 5?
First of all, I would say Obama, the Obama family. Can you imagine the NC Lux being able to do a dinner party or maybe just take care of a special birthday? That's amazing.
Yes.
2, I would say I would like to work for HGTV.
That would be awesome.
I would love that to be my client, and even not just to have my own show, but to be a contributor for the brand. I would also like to work for Cam Newton.
Heck yeah.
Come on, Cam. Come on.
Come on, Cam. Wait a minute. Cam Newton, you hear this right now. And he's right here in the city, in the Queen City. Absolutely. So what are you doing when you're not around town, all about town and hanging out and telling everyone where to go? What are you doing?
I'm at my home. I have a home here close to uptown. I love to garden. I love to plant flowers. I cut my grass.
You cut your own grass?
I cut my grass. I got grass. What's it called? Lawn shoes, lawn boots.
Oh my God.
This fall, I actually even cleaned my own gutters. So it was like, wow, if you just stretch yourself, you can do so many things.
So what do you have in the works for 2018?
Wow, 2018?
I'm excited, yeah.
Are you ready for the NC Lux in 2018?
Yes.
Wow, I see so many great new events that's going to happen, some community involvement, some fundraising for some great charities, and even stretching myself and maybe working with the Panther Foundation or...
Ooh, that would be fantastic.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yes.
Yes, to come to one of the events on the lawn of the Bank of America Stadium and you see the NC Lux just floating around making things happen.
Right.
It's definitely possible.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Absolutely. Now, where can fans follow NC Lux?
Darling, thank you for asking, Laura. You can always follow me on Instagram at the NC Lux or on my website. I have a website. It is www.thenclux.com and on Old Faithful Facebook at James the NC Lux.
All right, guys, you heard it right here. Thank you so much, James. It has been a pleasure.
Darling.
And look at that smile. I love it. Your glasses. Let me tell you, if you're looking for great places to go and you need a connector, NC Lux, follow him. This is Queen City Fame, where we put the Q in Queen and the F in Fame. See you next time.
Thank you, Laura.
My name is Kayshia Kruger, and I'm a model. I grew up in a small town northeast Pennsylvania called Susquehanna. I went to Susquehanna Community High School, and my graduating class was maybe only 72 people. And after that, I went to East Stroudsburg University, where I majored in psychology, minored in business and Spanish. I have 3 sisters and 1 stepbrother. I was a cheerleader and a dancer for 14 years. We did competitive cheerleading, and that was my whole high school. I loved going to the different competitions. So I was introduced to fashion by just gravitating towards modeling and looking at magazines, and my aunt actually used to model. My grandmother told me she used to model when she was younger for lingerie catalogs and magazines and Gap, things like that, and I really looked up to her. When I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina, that's when I really started picking it up a little bit more seriously. In Charlotte, North Carolina, I was introduced to a photographer whose name is Nontron, and he has an agency or group of models, and he really just embraces models as this little group as his community and family. So he asked me to be a part of that group, and ever since then I've been modeling for boutiques, doing runway fashion shows in Charlotte, and doing a lot of commercial and print work. I remember going to my first casting call. Oh my goodness, it was so intimidating. It was for a fashion show. We did a casting walk, and it was my first time. I had never had anyone instruct me on how to walk. So I was just watching other girls walk across the floor and hoping that I would look like them. There's lots of things that you need to do to prepare for a fashion show. I typically like to walk or practice walking before I go that day. And I always get a spray tan because I'm not naturally dark, so I like to get, a glow. And other than that, I don't really do much, but I'm always networking and talking and communicating with other designers and models. My workout routine is consisting mostly of hot yoga. I try to stay fit doing HIIT or interval training, but it takes a lot of work to make sure it fits in. I've walked for maybe 12 or 13 fashion designers, all here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I do speak another language. I speak Spanish, and I can share with you how to say life is beautiful and I'm enjoying every moment of it. Mi vida es muy bella y estoy disfrutando cada minuto. If I had to describe myself in 3 words, I would say I'm passionate, driven, and creative. The number 1 compliment I get is about my eyes, because the way I do my makeup. Social media is very, very important when growing your brand, because you have to make sure that you have a target audience and you're speaking to that audience through every photo, through every post. If I had to choose between print or runway, I would have to choose print. The reason being is I really enjoy seeing the product that is made after a photo shoot, whether it's a catalog or a magazine or it's put on a boutique online shop. In the modeling industry, my goal would be to shoot for Gap or some of those other big name brands like Calvin Klein. I'm not only a model, I also am a consultant. I work with organizations to help them find success or become more efficient and effective. And I received my master's at Queen's University of Charlotte, and I also do executive coaching. On a rainy day, I love to cuddle with my dog on the couch, drink some coffee, and watch a Netflix show that I have to catch up on. The most influential person in my life is my mom. She's my best friend. She's the best role model I could have asked for. If you want to build your image and brand, it's really important that you separate the markets or target audiences. If you're a model and you want to do other things, like consulting, for example, make sure that those pages are separated so that you can stay professional and reach a target audience of consultants or other organizations. And on my fashion page, I can reach designers and things like that. The philosophy that I hold dearest is if you choose to do something that you love, then you never work a day in your life. That's my absolute favorite. I'm an entrepreneur at heart, and I really think that that's very, very true, and that more people should do what they love. In 5 years, I hope to have my consulting company fully launched with a lot of clients underneath, and also to be starting writing a book, maybe help invest in some other people's businesses. If I could do one thing to change the world, it would be to stop human trafficking. My name is Kayshia Kruger, and you can follow me on Instagram at Kayshia Lorraine.
Hi everyone, my name is Laura Starling and welcome to Queen City Fame, where we put the Q in Queen and the F in Fame. We have a very special guest for you today, Miss Ritu back from Ritu Select. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you so much, Laura, for having me.
Well, so you have started, you're the brainchild of Ritu Select.
That's right.
How did you start your journey of figuring out you wanted to be a designer? Did that start young, in middle school, or?
If I recollect correctly, Laura, I started with learning how to sew, and that's exactly what my mom wanted me to do when I was 16 years old, and I started sewing, not out of a hobby or I even didn't like it as much, but eventually I'm so grateful to my mom that she put me into a sewing class, and she said, you need to just experiment with something. You need to have a hobby or something like that. So I just went ahead and started learning how to sew, and then I started enjoying it. I gradually used to pick up fabrics and kind of make my own stuff and wear it for college, and I kind of grew up really loving how to sew, and I wanted to do fashion designing, but my father said, let's keep it as a hobby and not take it as a profession. And it was a sad situation, but then I just thought, okay, let me just go ahead and graduate in commerce. I went into HR, human resourcing, because I love meeting people. I love talking and getting to know a lot of new talent. So I went into the corporate world. I got a corporate job and met my husband there, 1999, a great year. And then we just went ahead and came to the US. I had kids. I was a homemaker for a long time, but I used to still pursue my sewing. I used to love sewing for my kids, for myself, even when I came here. And eventually, my husband has always been very supportive. He wanted me to do something.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah. He has been always pushy that, okay, you are a mom, you are a wife, you're doing great, but you need to get out there, do something that you really love. Even if it's a 9-to-5 job, just go ahead and start getting out and meeting people. And I did not want to get into a 9-to-5 job. I was still stuck with my sewing and my passion for fabrics and fashion. I think God conspired too much, because my cousin brother got married to a fashion designer back in India, and when she said that she would want to showcase her stuff back here in the US, and let's do something where we can merge the India and US market together, where we could actually create some Indo-Western fusion styles which can really cater to the American crowd, as well as the people from India who are settled here, who are looking for outfits, and they don't have too many contacts to go back to India and shop there.
Exactly.
So I really thought that's going to be awesome, and I just wanted to be in this field, and I think the core which is fabrics and studying of craftsmanship, embroidery, sewing, was already in me. We started with a very small setup at my home in 2012.
So you had a design team at your house.
Yeah, she was a designer, and she was my startup contact in India. And eventually we have become a little unit back there, where we have craftsmen, we have tailors, we have designers. She manages. We have an exporter manager who takes care of the exports and the paperwork, and it has really streamlined so well down the lane. When I started in 2012, it was like 10 pieces in my home, where I just wanted people to know about our work, and gradually, eventually, I met the fabulous people in Charlotte fashion industry who were so supportive. 2013 was my first showcase with Charlotte International Fashion Week. Mr. Anthony Simons was there.
Yes, wonderful,
yeah.
yes.
And basically, I actually did my first year production. I did my own fashion show to celebrate my first year anniversary.
And this is your 5th year anniversary right now.
This is my 5th year anniversary.
Congratulations.
I inaugurated, you could say Ritu Selects was born in August 2012. And gradually, we are here. We are the largest in the Carolinas now.
Wow.
It's been a blessing. It has been an amazing journey, and I have enjoyed it thoroughly. And I'm still enjoying getting to know new people like you guys. I just find everything to be very blessed. I think I have got more than what I even thought in my dreams that I would get.
But it was actually, your journey that it all happened to where instead of you just staying in the corporate world, you came here, your husband was very supportive.
Absolutely.
And then all of a sudden you got a taste of the fashion, what you could do in this industry.
Yeah, and Laura, I always regret that I'm not a fashion designer, but I can always say that the experience that you get when you just go meet so many talents, and say, for example, a small expedition to India. I was in India 3 weeks back. I just came back from India. I traveled 5 cities in 3 weeks.
Wow, that's a lot of traveling.
I love traveling India. We just go ahead and pick up fabrics, and then we bring it to my Mumbai unit, where we have designers and craftsmen who weave, who design, who think, and
So there's no I in team, her team. So everybody works to make sure that Ritu Selects is exactly what it should be.
That is why I would never take a credit of being the designer of Ritu Selects, because I'm not. I'm not a designer. You could call me a stylist. You could call me the owner of a designer brand.
But you have a vision.
I have a vision. Yeah, I really want to do much more, and
Yes.
we have. I wouldn't complain at whatever God has bestowed on me. I mean, I really think that I'm still a beginner. 5 years have just flown by. This space I moved in October last year. I was at another location for 2 years, and then before that I was working from home.
Yeah.
Well,
can we see some designs?
Yeah, sure. So Laura, we are here at my bridal suite, and let me show you some fascinating creations by my craftsmen. Basically, this is all handwork.
Wow.
So this was a part of
Beautiful.
a bride's gown, and that's exactly what I want to do when it comes to introducing my work in the US. But just
Wow.
imagine this on your bridal white gown.
Well, I love that.
We have recently gotten a lot into creating American bridals. So when I say American bridal gowns, basically your white gown with Indian craftsmanship going on, and we have successfully made at least 4 to 5 pieces right now this quarter.
Wow.
So basically this suite right here, we sit here and a client walks in and tells me what she's dreaming of, and then we try our best to complete what she would look gorgeous on her wedding day. So this is something that excites me. So Laura, I was just talking to you about the fusion that I want to create in the US market, and I think that's a great example of my latest creation where we have used craftsmanship, but it's a gown. You could wear it for prom, for the pageant, for the wedding, graduation, sweet 16 birthday. Look at that fabric. It's all hand embroidered. Basically, this is a fabric that I picked from eastern part of India.
Beautiful.
Similarly, I absolutely love this fabric.
Oh wow. Look
This
at that.
this I picked from Calcutta, and then my designing team thought that we should give it a 360 angle. So like if you just hold this, you could actually just hold it all the way to the top.
Beautiful.
And beautiful craftsmanship, a little peekaboo. So little sexy but not very revealing. I think it is a great blend of fusion. This here is my favorite.
That's what I need.
So in India, Laura, there is a concept called lehenga. Lehenga is a two-piece with a scarf, and it's now taken over the world. McDougall and many other international designers are doing two pieces.
Yes.
But basically, I think they are India inspired, and then India is getting globally inspired. So it's kind of the fashion is really blending in.
Yes.
And this is a creation by Team Ritu Selects, where we really wanted a lehenga, but at the same
Wow.
time we kind of gave it a beautiful zipper jacket, which you could actually just you could just
Beautiful.
wear this as it is, or you could actually just use this zipper jacket.
Wonderful. So do you have anything like for the men?
Of course,
Oh my gosh.
the
Wait.
men, we can't leave them behind, can we?
No.
So for the men, I think you could actually have a look at something like this. This is all craftsmanship, all hand embroidered, and then it's a 5-piece tuxedo. And then basically, just a vest, a satin shirt, a trouser pant, a tie, and we could change colors, we could change the beads,
Oh,
we
wow.
could change the pattern, we could have a little, maybe just a chest or a shoulder embroidery. We could do anything around, because this is
Beautiful.
all custom made. It is custom made to fit you, to right at your measurements. And if you do not want any craftsmanship, I absolutely love this blue piece right
That
here.
is beautiful.
It's a midnight blue. I absolutely adore that color. Any guy would carry that color off so well. And again, as I said, if you do not want any craftsmanship, we do regular tuxedos as well with a beautiful finished fabric right here, just like this one. And again, this one is also a vest and a satin silk finished shirt. And this is
Wow, that's
this
beautiful.
year's launch. This, I'll just show you one last piece right here. It's a stunning jacket. It's a jute silk,
Beautiful.
beautiful embroidery, and then you just wear it with a trouser or a
Beautiful.
khaki pant, or maybe even jeans. You
Yeah.
just want to go contemporary. But I absolutely love something like this. You do not want a pocket. We will skip this. You want embroidery on the bottom as well. We'll add that. So we are very flexible.
So you ship all over the world.
We ship all over US, not
all
the
o-
world.
all
Yeah.
over the US.
All over the US. So it's very easy. Just get in touch with us, call us, or send us an email, and then we just go ahead and have a telephonic conversation or a video conference. Give you a measurement sheet. You just fill in your information, and we create it for you.
We create it.
Ship it to you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful.
Thank
Well,
you.
everyone, let me tell you, you have to come and visit Ritu Selects. They have amazing designs here, and we just really want to thank our guests for having us. Thank you so
Thanks for having
much.
me.
This is so wonderful. Thank you for joining us, guys, with Queen City Fame, where we put the Q in the Queen and the F in the Fame.